How's it going, my opinions? It's your boy Milton back with another video, and today I'm going to be talking about my thoughts on marriage. Now, I am 24, and a lot of my friends are 23, 24, 25-ish, 26, so we're all in that age range, and everybody is getting engaged and getting married. And so a couple of my friends, they already been married, and some even already got divorced already. I know that's crazy, and they're not even old enough to get. They're not even old enough to drive a Tahoe. But so with that said, today's video topic is going to be about um my thoughts on marriage. Now, to me, when it comes to marriage, it's very serious. For a lot of us, it'll be one of the most critical, one of the most important partnerships, contracts, because marriage is a legally binding contract. You get the state involved in your relationship, which I already don't necessarily agree with. I think the state is already in enough of our business as is. They don't need to be involved in who you decided to take to the bedroom every night. But there's pretty much that. Second, at least from a guy's point of view, I don't really get what do us guys get from marriage that we don't already get from being boyfriend girlfriend with a girl. Like, is she more loyal? Does she cook better? Does she clean better? Is it that now that she gets the title of wife, whenever I want to get some boom boom, whenever I want to get some action, do I have to ask, or do I have to, do all this as a husband, all like work butt off for the house, for her, if there's any kids involved, like doing my duties as a husband, taking care of the household, and then I want some action from my wife, and she want to have freaking and she want to get into a tizzy about it, or I'm working my butt off to where she could be a stay-at-home mom, or a housewife and or a stay-at-home mom, and I see that she's posting videos and stuff about how it's oppressive, how it's wrong, how she's losing out on her career, how she's freaking like she's losing her whole self identity to me because we got married and because I wanted to have kids, and it's like I'm trying to make stuff easy for her, but what she's hearing online and what other girls are telling her is that it's quite the opposite, and it's like, what am I gaining from this? Not only that, but typically when it comes to marriage, us guys, us us guys, on average, go into a marriage with a lot more materialistic and money over a lot of females, unless a female got it like that. But usually, if a female has it like that, she isn't going to marry a guy that has less than her. She'll marry a guy that has more than her, but girls will not usually marry a guy that has less than her. And so, with that being said, usually, especially if you do have a more traditional marriage slash way of life where she stays at the house, takes care of the house and the kids, and you're at work. If y'all get a divorce, she has, because that's your wife, she has a claim to half your stuff, and if there's kids, she has a claim to pretty much damn all of it. And I'm hearing stories of guys that are getting with these women. Everything's all smiles and party and wedding and vows and all this stuff at the start, and a couple years later she ain't happy, or she cuts off the bang bang. So now homie's like, what do I do? In fact, even I heard this story online where this girl, to where like this guy and this girl were in their 20s. Dude is showing affection to his wife, obviously because it's his wife. He can be a little more touchy feely with her, And then one day he wanted to go to be a little touchy feely, and she snapped on him and was yelling and saying that he didn't like how he touched her. No, she didn't like how he was touching her, being physical with her. Nothing violent, but kind of in a little sexual manner. And bro was like, "But you're my wife. I should be like that towards you." But she blew up the marriage. But of course, even in instances where the females don't do their duties, guys still have to pay out in the end, whether she wants it or you want it. You're just risking half of your stuff. If your boyfriend girlfriend and y'all call it quits, you don't owe her nothing. But if y'all married, now you got to pay her alimony and all your shit. To me, for us guys, it doesn't really seem like a solid investment to get involved with a girl like that. I mean, to me, marriage makes sense if y'all are high school sweethearts and you know that she was a writer before you were an adult to where you got famous, or before you got the money, before you got the clout, before you got anything else that would have made you more attractive to different girls. That's what I this camera. There we go. That's what that's the ones that should get married are the ones that have been writers since day one. But if you're a guy past 18, you don't have a high school sweetheart or a college sweetheart, and a girl comes up right as you're about to either get go big or go pro in your field of work. To me, it just seems like it's transactional, superficial, and she only getting with you for the money. I mean, she might give you a little bit of here and there, but that's just to string you along. Eventually, you're going to get tired of it, and you're going to file, or she's going to file, and you're just going to lose all your stuff. So, like to me, marriage for the modern guy, it does not seem worth it at all. You're better off just being boyfriend girlfriend. You can put a ring on it all you want to, but I wouldn't get it on paper because you're just pretty much just setting yourself up on a financial ticking time bomb with these women nowadays. Let me know down in the comments below how y'all feel about marriage. And I'll see y'all on the next video. So, peace out, my opinions.